Hey friends, happy Friday. This one thing could be keeping you from being the expert that you want to be. So today I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you about when I started out as an IP. When I first started out, I was young and inexperienced, like some of you all. We all start off there. So I started off as a nurse, as a bedside nurse, and I did that for a while, and pretty soon I realized I wanted to do something else. I am not knocking bedside nurses by any means. They are wonderful people, and I'm so glad that we have people that love doing that line of work. But I realized that was not something that I wanted to do. And so I was looking for other things to do with my nursing degree, things that were interesting to me, and infection prevention came up. And I decided, I wanted to try that. It sounded really interesting to me. And somehow, miraculously, I got a job. I did not have experience. Like many IPs that start out, I did not have experience. I had my nursing degree. I'd worked in healthcare for a while, but I did not have infection prevention experience. But thankfully, I did get that job. And I started working as an IP. And I'm going to be honest with you, it was brutal at the beginning. It was really hard because I had a couple of strikes against me. One, I was young, and two, I was inexperienced in that world. Even though I had some healthcare experience, I did not have experience in infection prevention. So it was really tough. I mean, there were lots of questions about, number one, when I walked in and they could see that I was young, it was automatically, well, she probably doesn't know what she's talking about. And then when I would get asked questions, many times I would prove them right. I didn't know what I was talking about at the beginning because I didn't have the answers to the questions. So it was a tough year. And like many of you all, if you've just started out in IP or if you've just started out in a job that requires a lot of experience and hands-on experience, it's tough when you're first starting out. And you have to learn how to navigate through that. And, I seriously thought about quitting that job because it was really difficult and there were lots of questions and I started doubting myself. Could I really learn this and do this? And maybe I am too young. All those things that you throw out there that people have said that maybe you start to take on and believe yourself. So I had to work through that and decide, is this something that I want to do? Is this worth pursuing? And how can I get to that next level to be the expert that I want to be? And so what I started doing is I took the classes, I'd gotten the knowledge, I'd taken some of the beginner classes to be an IP, but there was still something missing. I still did not have the things that come only with being an IP, only the things that come with that insight and the experience. And so what I realized is that I needed a mentor. I needed someone who had been doing this job for a while, and I needed them to let me know, where are the resources? How do I find out the answers to these questions? Because I don't know the answers and I don't even know where to find the answers to these questions. And so I found some great mentors. I was so blessed to have people because I was by myself in the position like many other IPs, or if you're doing a job where it's just a one-person job, it's hard. It's hard to find a mentor. And so I found some great mentors and I really leaned on them and on their experience. And you know what happened? Is I started learning the answers to those questions. And it gave me, what I did is I took their experiences and started using that in my own career and in my own practice because they had already gone through these things. And so then I was able to take those experiences and to take that knowledge and use it in my own career. And what that did is that propelled me forward to being an expert in infection prevention. I had the basic knowledge, but I got that extra thing that I needed. And what that was the practical experience. And the only way you can get that, you can get it two ways. You can get it by working in a job for years and actually getting the experience. But the other way you can get that is by doing what I did and leaning on mentors, leaning on people who have been doing that job for 10 or 20 years and asking them the questions and using their experiences so then you can use that for your own practice and become an expert faster. And so the reason I'm going through all of this is because I know many of you are in that spot that I was in, where you've done the classes and you think, okay, I've learned all the basic knowledge, but I still feel like I'm missing something. Like I still don't have the experience. I still can't answer those tough questions. Well, what I'm going to suggest you today is find a mentor, find someone who is experienced and lean on that person. Ask them questions. Spend time with that person because you learn more from those experienced people. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes it's hard because we're prideful and we don't want to admit we don't know all the answers. But you're never going to get to that next level if you don't become humble and just admit you don't know all the answers to all the questions. And you need help from someone else to get you to that next level. This is one of the reasons why I started IP Mentor and started IP&C Consulting because I realized the value of mentors and I know how it helped me in my career and I know that it will help you in your career. So I just wanted to talk about this today and suggest this to you to find a mentor, find someone, even if you're in infection prevention and you don't choose me to be your mentor, find an infection prevention mentor because it will help you get to the next level and it will help you answer those hard questions and be the expert that I know you want to be. I hope you guys have a great weekend and that you stay safe. I'll see you soon, friends.